I've been scouring the internet in the dark depths parts of the web trying to find a video that would show you how to replace the screen on a Rincon speedometer display. So I couldn't find one, so I figured I'd make one. Now it's pretty simple, but there are a couple little things that I was looking for to try to figure out what to do and couldn't find it. So let's jump in and get this thing done. So while I was scouring the internet looking for a video that I couldn't find, I went ahead and got the repair done. But I definitely made some mistakes, and I probably broke some pieces that didn't need to be broke because I didn't know better. But I made the mistake so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this will help you guys out. Now this video might look a little wonky. I actually already got the screen replaced. About halfway through I've decided that, hey, need to video this thing and put it out there. Maybe it'll help some of you guys out. We're going to skip to that after I walk through how to get to it. So here's the display speedometer. It's fairly simple to get to this. There's a screw right up under here, and then if you go around to the back side, there's a screw right up under here. You take those two screws out, and then if you look down here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a couple bolts right here. And on the other side, there's one right here. That holds this black piece on here. Take those two bolts out, this screw and the other screw, and then this will pop down. And then up underneath here, you can't see it, but up underneath here, there's three screws. There's two on this side, and then there's one on this side on the bottom of this red cover. Take those three screws out, and this red cover will pop off. And then the actual speedometer, there's three nuts that there's one on the bottom and two up here on top on the bottom side. They're 10mm nuts. Just take them out, and then this speedometer will pop off of there. Once it pops off there, then you can get to actually disassembling this display unit. Now that I caught you up, let's jump to actually getting it done. Hey, what's up guys? I'm trying to replace the display screen on the meter of the Rincon. So looked all over, couldn't find anything, but I want to help you guys out if anybody else out there is looking for this. I've already started, and if you can get down to this point, if you look here, there's screws that hold this thing together, and I was prying. I thought it just like popped together, and I've been prying on this edge, which is the wrong thing to do. But yeah, I figured out that there's these screws, and it's hard to determine that there's screws here because it has these little covers over the screws that's kind of glued in place. And I just been getting this pick them out, and then we can get to the screws right here. And I want to go ahead and finish this up and get these screws out and see if I can get this thing apart, and then we'll dive deeper into it and see if we can figure out how to change that screen. So let me get after that, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I got all the screws out. I'm assuming this will just pop open now. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Yeah, so it just falls apart. This screen's got a crack in it right here. I wish I had another screen, but that'd be okay. Now this is the screen that we're going to be replacing, but that screw right here, that screw down there, looks like bust them loose and this board will come out. To make it easier to work on this, I'm going to unplug these, and I marked them. I put one mark on this one, and then I put two marks on this one, and I'm going to unplug it and take this whole thing off, and it'll be easier to work with. Now that I got it unplugged from there, I can get this last screw out, and there's only 5. There's 3 across the bottom and 2 across the top. So let me get this last screw out. Now that I got the screws out, this should just kind of pop loose. We'll make sure that it don't have anything else holding it on. Yeah, there it goes. You probably need to pay attention to the orientation, but those 2 to 1 tabs probably will keep you in line. So it goes on this side, and that's your plug-ins on this side. Try to make sure this stays clean. And then this right here looks like it just pulls out like that. It's got like a little piece of paper on it. So I got this pick here. Try to be very careful because I'm not sure how this goes, but it looks like I can just pop it up out of there like that. This is your whole piece that we're replacing. So here's my new one. We're going to get this installed, and you can get these off of eBay fairly cheap, 50-60 bucks. It's a good way to fix your display cheap. Place this down in here, and it's got a protective layer on the back that you peel off when you put everything back together. When I went to peel it off, it just, the little tab broke off of there, and I couldn't even tell that it had this on here. So it won't work if you don't get that layer off. So all right, we're going to place it in here, put our foam rubber pieces down, and then we're going to put this back in place. Yeah, there we go. It's going to look brand new. We're going to put this back on here. Line up the tabs. Something's not right. All right. You done messed up, Aaron. Okay, I got it. I'm going to put the screws in there, and it tightens everything up. All right, so now that we got that done, and we're going to take this and put it back up there on the mount, and then we'll start putting the mount and everything back together. Let me get that done real quick and I'll get back with you. One more thing, you know how we marked the connectors? Make sure that you line up your marks. And these pins that are inside here are very, very small and fragile. So be real careful when you're going to push the connector back in there that you don't misalign the pins, because they'll bend and then it won't work. So just be real mindful of that when you're plugging the connectors back in. Remember, this has only got 2 bolts, one up here and one down here. I got both of them in. Now would probably be a good time to check that this works. All you gotta do is flip the key on, see if it works. So let's look at that right now. I got everything apart, but the key's still in there. So we're gonna flip it on. I see all the lights coming on. Ah, that's not good, guys. When you're putting the display into the mount, and then you have the little clear casing with the white paper stuff behind it, make sure that's not upside down. And those little foam connector pieces that go in between it and the motherboard, you got to make sure them in the right position as well. There's a short one and a long one. You got to make sure those are all right. And then when you put everything back together, be real particular about how that stuff gets spun around and mixed up, because it'll mess you up if you don't. When you put the screws in, it should go together easy. If there's any binding or if it's feels like it's not going down good and easy, then flip that little clear plastic piece over. So make sure you do that. Now it's time to check it. I got my key still in here. Just spin it over, and oh, it's upside down. All right, it's showing neutral gear position, showing time, showing miles, hours, mile per hour, fuel tank. Everything looks good. Let me see if I can shift it, and it changes the drive. So I think we're going to be good to go. Put everything back together, and on putting everything back together, you just do the same thing but in reverse. So I think you guys are smart enough for that. Well, I got it all put back together. And let's see if it works. It should. We checked it a while ago, but yep, good to go. Showing different gears, showing the fuel, miles, hours, miles per hour, time. I set the time. So I just wanted to put this little video out here because I couldn't find nothing on the internet, and I had to fumble my way through it and figure stuff out and take apart and put back together. And so I just wanted to make this little short video so it'll help you guys out maybe. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.